Hello, welcome to our first video of the Python programming course. In this course, we will teach you basic Python programming. Look at the let's look at some capabilities of Python. Here is a basic chat bot with Python. With Python, you can chat. You can ask, "How are you?" You can say bye. Say okay, bye. You can say, "Tell me your name." You can do much more. This is just the basics of AI programming. Now, in this course, you will learn the basics, start from the basics. You'll understand all this weird stuff, and then you'll start to understand all this stuff. But let's start from the beginning. Let's start from the beginning by installing VS Code, by searching VS Code download. Now you download for like Macs or Windows. It's already downloaded. I'm not going to show you, but actually, I'm going to open a new account. I'm going to do download VS Code. And I'll delete it since obviously I don't need it. I already have VS Code. But yeah, you download for Mac or Windows. Then you open up over here, and after you drag into the applications, you get this main screen over here. This screen. Now, what you have to do is that if you want to if you want to create a new file, you do Command New, or you can go to Terminal. But I don't think this works. Code Hello World. .py. I don't think it works. Yeah, it doesn't work. But let me tell you what can work. You could use Command N or Control N on a Windows. So select a language. We search Python. If you want to use Python, we might have to also go get some debugging extensions. Like, let's begin starting programming. Let's open a folder. Let's create a folder called and now again we open your new file. And now we have to print hello world. Now, first we'll get to the code, but let's focus on how we run it. Over here, we can just run a debug, and over here we call it hello world.py, hello world.py, Python, because it's a Python file. Now, over here, you will not see this. You will see install an extension for Python, and then you have to search a Python debugger. Over here, it'll give you some debuggers. I already got the debuggers, but you'll have to get the debuggers. After you get the debugger, you can start printing. Now, there's one way to run it. You can also do this, but I prefer the debugger method, but you can also do this. Actually, okay, but you could use the debugger. Now we have print hello world. What is it supposed to mean? Think of how a computer works. It's in to out. In, well, there's nothing in. We're just, this is the data in. And then the computer converts them to binary and then it comes out. This data comes out. Now, there's syntax. Syntax is how you're supposed to write it. Like, in a print hello world, the syntax is that you have to use print to let something out, to show something. And then you have to use quotation marks to show letters. And then you put whatever you want. You can put whatever you want. You can put hello David, hello Jack, anything. You can even do hello Python. And let's show you. You press the Python debugger. It says hello Python. And you're done. Okay. You can put whatever you want. What if you want to print out a bunch of letters and a number? Well, you can do this as well. You can actually put anything inside this. But wait, numbers do not require quotations. Like you can put it in quotations, but sometimes in different cases you'll have to add it on with a string like this. Now let's use something called an F string. What is an F string? The F string is a type of format. You don't have to use this. Understand this, okay? F string is a formatted string. What is a string? It's basically what we've been seeing till now. We can put anything in a string, but they're all considered as strings. These are different types of data. So that's why we keep it outside, since 7 is a string, so they consider 7 a letter, but in this case, 7 is a number. So you cannot use operators like you usually can. You cannot do plus, you can't do 7 minus 3. It's invalid, but you can do 7 minus 3. So you have to use different data. And these are all different data types. Strings are basically letters. And you can't subtract letters. So that's why this is one method. This is one weird method. And there's another method, which you can also see more easier. You can put a comma, and then we can just print 7. You can put 7. You can put any other data type. You can put true, which you'll see later, and 7. So let's do this. Hello 7, hello 7. Now we can focus on other stuff. What is that true? Well, there's things called Boolean. Boolean can be true or false. And they're used for conditional stuff. Like, say we have the snippet of code. You might not understand yet, but look at the snippet of code. Okay? If x is greater than 5. So this is basically saying, you don't have to learn this, but right now, but if x is greater than 5, it's greater than 3, you show x. Boolean is basically this. This is the Boolean. This value returns true or false. In this case, it's true, so you do it. If it's false, they won't do it. So if you just say if false, then you don't print it. You don't print x. If true, you print x. Boolean can be like either this value, like x is greater than 3. Then we can do this. If we can do if y, and we can print x. But this is the Boolean data type. It's true or false. And now we have floats. Floats are basically like integers. But we cannot put decimal points after this. This is considered a float, not an integer. An integer is this. A float is something which has a decimal point. You can even put integers and floats by doing this, or you could just use different parts floats and stuff. But yeah, this is how it works. So we have learned about the basic data types. Now, in the next video, we will cover some more stuff. We'll cover about these conditionals. We'll cover about more stuff, and then we will see the basics. And in the third video, we'll start on functions. Let's learn code.